Hello, guys. Welcome to David Sikinimi Comics channel. We're doing a live show today. We got some FOC new releases brought to you by COVRPRICE. Along with that, and the topic is reprint ruining the comics of the original comic? So that'll be something talked about. Unfortunately, Hazel Dan will not be joining us today. They do have some personal family matters. So I hope everything is okay with your baby at home. And with that said, let's start with the boom, boom, boom. You know what it is. Shout out to Sikingiri. 79 Comic. Use the code SNMC to get your 10% discount on all your order. And check out the new Fantastic Four cover done by Gabriel Delato. Along with that, Batman 160 with the Natalie Sanders and Action Comics. I believe this is the new 52 run reprint on the issue number 1. So, check that out. Along with that, there's a sales going on. So once again, use that code SNMC to get 10% discount on all your order. All right, now with that said, hopefully somebody will be joining us soon. With that, let's see what's going on FOC. Like I said, brought to you by Left Arrows on COVRPRICE. Right here, full list for week of June 9th. So just has to be ordered by June 9th. So I don't know, 1 month from now. So what? Anyway, here we are. We got the Big Rig number 1, cover done by Nathan Gooden. It's an all-new series by Post Malone, starred by okay, by Vault Comics. What is this? It's a all right, next one, Big Rig. It's a variant. It's a bundle box. All right, here's the Godzilla number 1, cover A, Benicola Semezija. I don't know. Started by Tim Seeley. A great cover. I like the colors. Colors on this. All right, Imperial number 2. This is the main cover, covered by Marco Cicchetto. All right, started by Jonathan Hickman. We'll see what that does. Seems like the issue number 1 of the Imperial is doing really well, especially on that one out of Joe Quesada cover that's supposed to have a new Black Panther. So check it out. Here's a Mark Spears monthly number 6, cover A. This is the Golden Man. Golden Man. I don't know how much he's worth. Okay, and here's a Sisterhood, Hyde Street story number 1. It's a one-shot featuring Sisterhood. It was introduced in the all right by Layla Liz. Here's a Vader, Legacy of Vader, by Derek Chu. First appearance of Grandea, a Jedi who survived the Order 66, started by Charles Soule. Nice. All right, Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion issue number 2, Miles Morales vs. Ultimate Black Panther by Sarah Pacelli. Here's an Uncanny X-Men number 17. This is the cover A, first appearance of Mutina. Okay, all right, I'll go with that. Absolute Superman number 9, cover C, cover done by Gerald Parrell, by Jason Aaron. Okay, here's the Big Rig issue number 1 by Peach Momoko. That it's an open variant covered by does not count towards incentives. All right, so if you get 25 of this, you're not getting the 1 of 25, I guess, because it's Peach Momoko. All right. Imperial number 2, Scotty Young variant. Here's a Mike Spears number 6, Vampirella. Is there going to be a crossover between Vampirella and Mark Spears Monsters? We need to check that out. All right, and we got Marvel Swimsuit Special Friends and Foe and Rivals, issue number 1, done by Mike Brooks. This is a connecting cover. I believe there's going to be 1, 2, probably 2 issue, maybe 3. So check that out if you like comic connecting covers like that. Here's a pinup apocalypse issue number 4, cover done by Andrew Taruso. Um, mm, it's all right. It's the main cover selection, which is cover A. Here is Amazing Spider-Man number 4, 125. Second printing, okay, by Mark Schiarello. All right, and Big Rig 1/10 by Daniel Warren Johnson. He has been killing, I guess that what Wolverine number what by his cover is doing well. So I'm sure this was going to kind of somewhat pick up Daniel Warren Johnson. Here's a Daredevil Cold Day in Hell, issue number 2, 1/25 by Frank Miller. You know what? This is not bad. Not bad. This out of all the Frank Miller cover that has been coming out, this is one I said the best one that has been released. And this is a second printing incentive, 1/25. Here's a G.I. Joe Real American Hero number 3, 318, all right, by Francis Portela. All right. Godzilla number 1/50 by Arthur Adams. Nice, nice. Mark Spears 1/50. Oh, that eye. Here's a Marvel Knight, The World to Come. Oh, this is the one. Marvel Knights, The World to Come number 1, 1/25. The second printing incentive variant by Joe Quesada. This one, like I said, has a new Black Panther, new version of Black Panther. So check that one out. Not the Imperial. My bad. All right, swimsuit special friends, foes, and this is 1/100 by Pablo Villalobo. I'll pass on that. Pinup Apocalypse 1/25 by Savid Sabina. I like her color palette, I must say. Here's a Dead Planet Death, issue number 1 by Bad Idea. I got the number 0. It's not bad. Cover done by Chris Bachalo. Here is Predator Black, White, and Blood number 1, 1/100 by Simone DeMeo. So okay. Here's Uncanny X-Men number 7, 150, cover done by Eju. Fuck, I'm not gonna even pronounce that right. But anyway, here's that cover. Story by Gail Simone. Interesting. Well, Uncanny X-Men. She did some really great run with Batgirl. Absolute Batman number 2, fit printing. Interesting. All right, here's Cold Daredevil, cover done by Steve McNiven. This looked like Frank Miller. Okay, I'm sorry. This looked more of like a Frank Miller than Steve McNiven. All right, so here's Dark Knight World to Come, Dan Panosian. He's been doing a lot of this close up with the mouth open, but okay. Like I said, new Black Panther, second print. Here's a Pop Skill number 1, cover A. This is the second printing. Transformer cover A, second printing, 18. Wow. And that'll be it for that new release. And let's go check out the new one. So this is the new releases for this new release. They're coming out on June 11th. Let's find out if we have anything here. You know what? Let me just do this instead. Hold on. I'm just going to entire screen so you can kind of see when I click on it. Boom. Here we go. Oh, no, that's not it. Here it is. Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe again. Here's Pablo This is the second printing, Pepe Larraz and the Amazing Spider-Man #2, second print. All right. Here's a Simon Bianchi on the Deadpool Wolverine #1. All right. If you see anything here, Death of the Silver Surfer. I think we have seen him die many times to come back. All right. We got Carnage. Edition #5. Nothing that is kind of stands out. Here's a facsimile of Fantastic Four #6. Hey, Ron.
What's up?
Did you get a haircut?
No.
No? Well, well, Hayes and Dan not going to be joining us today. There's, I think their baby has hurt his leg, so they had a tough time last night. So they said they have to care for him or for their dog. Just to let you guys know, it's their baby, mean their dog. It's not doing so well. He hurt. I guess he or her. Is that a bird?
My window's open. So.
Oh, okay. I thought you had a bird or something. Okay.
Yeah, hostile crows out there.
All right. Just going through. Let them talk. All right. So, just going through new releases that's coming out this week. This one, I like Lee Bermejo, issue #1, giant size. There it is. Man, I'm telling you, Lee Bermejo, man, he does some really great work.
That is a neat cover. It's almost like Alex Ross.
Isn't it? It's so lifeless, realistic. That's a nice cover. I like that. Okay. And
what is that right there? No, go down a little bit. That lady, yeah, what is that?
Dark Phoenix. We talked about this last time.
Gosh, I don't remember.
Yeah, so this is the giant size X-Men. This the Ivan Tavera. That the one out of, I believe was 1 out of 50 is the Virgin. This is the one that I think is going to produce premium, or I say over, like 3 times over the incentive. So probably going to be off the shoot like 180. Yeah.
What is the name of that character, though? I don't know who that is.
I believe this is Phoenix.
Really?
I mean, Ivan Talavera's redemption of Phoenix, because she's a redhead, right? That's what I mean. This can't be Black Widow.
Yeah, but why the spiked collars? What's that on the whip?
Hey, it's the 2000. It's the 2025 edition of Dark Phoenix right here. I don't know. This doesn't even feel like anything of X-Men, No. But it's a great cover,
Well, if I see it ever in the dollar bins, I'll grab it.
Maybe a few years, you never know. If this has some type of, I don't know, how would you say it? So that was a Virgin is 1 out of 50. So if there's a storyline is good and there's some new like twist, to the story, you never know. But if it's just a crap book, just with great cover, you might never know. After 5 years from today, it might be in a dollar book. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need it.
Well, look at that. Look, it's already pre-selling at $92. I told you.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. It's insane.
It is. But I got to say, it's a great cover. But that's pretty much it. I haven't read it. I don't think I'm going to go out of my way to buy giant size.
It is a great cover, but I don't need it.
No. Here's Stephanie Hans on that Dark Phoenix. So there's a spoiler. So this is a spoiler. Okay. So I guess Cyclops with Jean Grey again.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a great cover again by Stephanie Hans. You
Yeah,
know, there's a lot of Stephanie Han collector like how Peach Momoko just sells the crap out of book just because she's the cover artist.
yeah, yeah.
And here's what else is there? Godzilla versus Spider Man. Not interested. Magic. Here's
Mm.
Pablo Villalobo. He's been doing some great work, but lately I just don't feel his work. Um, it's okay, but nothing special.
No.
No. All right. We got Rivals, Godtail, Comic Mint. Just the one that I've been selling at 79 comics for pre-sale. Here's the Rivals. This, you know what? This cover A, right, with the magic, has had still there's availability on J. Scott Campbell site, which has a 3,000 print run. But to me, this and the Black Widow is the best cover out of the four that's has came out. So I'm kind of contemplating if I should get it or not. But here it is. This is for you, Ron. This has been sold out. So
Yeah, it's a beauty, but I don't want to go out of my way to spend 20
$25.
something bucks to get it. Yeah.
$25. I believe it was 25 or 35. No, I think it was like 20, $30 for cover. But you had to like they don't sell this individually. They were selling it with cover A and B, A
Right,
and
right.
C, A and D.
Yeah, you get a combo pack, which is
Yeah.
kind of a pain in the ass. Because if you just want that one cover, you can't get it unless you go on
No,
eBay, I suppose. But
I guess yeah. So I guess some people will definitely break that setup, but this
yeah,
is another one, but sold out. I think in within 10 minutes, it's within 10 minutes. I got the notification on an email as soon as I went in because this the set that I wanted to get cover A and B, and I was what 10 minutes, little over 10 minutes, and it was already sold out. Even
yeah,
the signed copy was sold out.
yeah. That's not surprising. I think people want to move those and make some money, but
Yeah.
I'm in no hurry to get that. If it's available later down the road for a good price, I'll get it. But I'm not gonna strain myself to get it.
Yeah. No, I thought 10 minutes will be still enough time, but no, it's sold out.
No, no,
Quick,
no. 10
quick.
seconds.
So we got Nogi-san on the rivals here. Kind of has that. You know what? I really like this one. And as for the rival for the J. Scott Campbell, it's a artist exclusive, so you only can get it at his site. It's not something you can
You
find.
know, I like this cover too. Actually,
Yeah, this is a nice cover.
I like this better than the Black Widow, to be honest.
Yeah. I like that black and white with the somewhat kind of Japanese manga style. I like
Mhm.
this. This is nice. I wish they had a virgin cover of this. I would definitely have gotten like one or 25 if there was one available. Here is more rivals. Here's Dawkin. Because of the Pride Week. This is a Pride month, guys. Um, this is Derek Chu, Black Winter. This is no, you know what? This is not so bad. The new Avengers.
Is that Black Widow there?
Yeah.
Wow, I gotta write that down. Do
Yeah.
Avengers.
I don't like the face though. I'm sorry. The
Yeah, but if
face
it's
on Black Widow, it just doesn't feel Black Widowish.
yeah, but if it's cheap, I'll get it.
No, it's a cover price, $4.99. If you wait about a month or so, you probably can get it for like I don't know.
There's another one there. Is that Black Widow as well? The one to the left of it?
Yep, Amy Park. This is uh, what's her
Oh,
name?
that's more like
Yeah,
Yelena Belova.
yeah. What's her name? Pugh, something Pugh. I can't remember people's name.
Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh. That's thank you. She's a cutie. I must say. Yeah. There's that. There's another Black Widow. Here is Laura Kenny and Carnage. No, thank you. Um, there's so all these books are coming out, and guess what? Out of this, maybe three or four might actually, you know, hold its value or over its value. But everything else probably going to be a dollar book within 3 months. Star Wars. Um, Nothing that I see here. Let me know if you see something. This one I like by Peach Momoko. I'm not a huge Peach Momoko fan like how Yvonne is, but this I like. I don't know
That
why.
is a cool cover. I do like that.
It's something about it. It doesn't really scream out X-Men, but something about it I like. It has the manga feel to it, you know.
Hmm.
So this one I like. I
Hmm.
wonder what she's going for. $7, 4.99. All right, here's DC with the Absolute Batman issue number 9, which this has the first appearance of Dick Grayson. No, yeah, no, Dick Grayson. He's not a carnival whatever thing. He's actually EMT guy. And also there is and on this issue already Batman slept with the black with Catwoman already.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Spoiler.
and there is some, here's a Brian Boland version of it. This is selling off the bat about close to $6-7 already. um, but yeah, so they're supposed, it's, they say that they're supposed to have a absolute version of the Joker, but it only shows his photo. There's like a small little snapshot of him and what's in Deathstroke, Slade Wilson. So
Hmm.
so I don't know if that would be considered as a cameo, which I think because he's not speaking, there's only one panel. But here it is, guys. God, my internet is just suddenly just it's lagging. But there's that Brian Boland right there, guys. Not a big fan. I tell you what, dude. I don't know. There it is, close up. Brian Boland cover of the absolute Batman
Hmm.
version of Bane. So this is absolute Bane. All right, so there's that. Superboy, another LGBTQ type of thing, I guess. Is he still gay?
I
From
don't
my
know.
understanding, he came back straight. But who knows?
I like that blank sketch cover
This one
Batman.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be nice to grab.
Batman issue number 7, golden issue. This like facsimile. I think you know what? This is the foil. Yeah, that how would you say it?
That old school.
Old school. Thank you, old
Yeah,
school.
yeah.
I wonder if this is the actual size of a golden, golden age. Reprint classic. I wonder. It's a $9-10. I'm assuming it's a golden age size.
Hmm.
Mm. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Let me know if you see something. Vice Green Lantern Corpse, Resurrection, Quantum Karma. Oh, there it is, right here. Second
Yeah.
print, Lozano. Summer of Superman special. This is absolute. It's a great cover.
It is. And what's the price of it right now?
Right now, it's $6.
Hmm. Is that about right? $6?
Yeah, because I think the cover price is about, yeah, $6.
So this is the second print version
Print
that just
version.
came out.
Well, let's say limited, very minimal dressing because there's that DC logo.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
the I guess the first print has that trade dress here with DC here.
Yeah.
But like I said, all they did was just did the same cover. At least change the background for crying out loud, you
Yeah,
know?
they should have changed the background. Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez. Ah, fucking lazy ass DC money grab. All right. Here's a Supergirl, Stanley Art Germ. Is it me or Stanley Art Germ? His cover art is getting just
Well, he's been working for a long time. He's probably getting stale and stagnant, you know?
pretty much like the same stand, same. I don't know. I don't think I ever picked up any art germ covers in the past like 3-4 years. I think. Oh,
Yeah,
I
wow,
did
for me too.
For Vampirella, I did, but nothing
Mm.
besides that. King Spawn here. This nothing really stands out. Lost Fantasy, part of a Image comic here. Spawn #1. Mike Spears with that android monkey gorilla. Transformers. War Tree 33. Here's Hello Darkness. Here's that cover. Then I remember when we went through FOC, he said this cover looks like
That's a neat cover. What's it running for now?
$9.
Hmm.
$9. But yeah, it's a great cover though.
Damn.
Yeah,
I love it.
I do too. I do too. It's a great cover. Cover done by Miguel Mercado. Here's a Jay Lee and Jun Jung. Um, Hello Darkness. This is the 1/20 variant. Like I said, Jay Lee, I don't know. Just somehow it all fucking looks the same to me. I mean,
It's
I guess this is his signature style, but still, just somehow, just like this. I don't know, just green.
it's a great cover, but I wouldn't buy it, you know.
No, something is killing the children, or Jenny freezing. That's disgusting. Tongue that has the test. Oh,
Tongue of Death.
it has suction like octopus.
I guess.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's gross. That detail's gross.
I wonder what she was thinking. I wonder if this is actual thing, but yeah, look at that. All right, in Hawaii we call this, if you cut that off and chop it up, it's called taco poki.
Okay.
All right. Hello Darkness, Mercandolfo. Something is killing the children. This is not a bad cover. I like this one here. Syndicate Comics limited to 500. So this is a store variant. Oh my god,
Hmm.
my internet is just lagging. I think I need to get that Wi-Fi thing that you can put on your wall so it grabs the original
Yeah,
Wi-Fi. What
right.
I forgot what they're called. Wi-Fi extension or
I
something.
forget what it's called too. Something that boosts the signal.
Yeah, the boost. I guess they call it the booster or something. I can. There's that one in Costco selling for like $150 for 3 of them, so I can put one downstairs, two up here. But wow, I like
That's
some.
an excellent cover.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I like this cover. This is nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
That moon, there's something about it. Yeah, this is cool. I like this one. All right. Anything else? Once again, Jay Lee. I mean, come on. This blue. uh, yeah, that's pretty much it. But let's go to IDW. Um, Here's one that I thought that was pretty interesting. Is Cedric Poulat? I think I'm pronouncing his name right. Kawabunga Pizza. This I like this cover. I don't know why. I
Very
like
original. Very original.
right, and I really want to call that number 212-555.
It's like a genuine advertisement.
Yeah, right. And I like that. I like this like this vintage finish they did. Kind
Yeah,
of
it looks like it's messed up, and,
yeah.
and the model is just perfect for it.
Has that 70s look, doesn't it?
Mm, yeah, I guess so.
I like this.
Yeah.
What's the price? No Virgin foil. Virgin. Why has to? 616 comic. Fuck, man.
Well, you don't like them?
Well, here's. I ordered something. I ordered the Vampirella. That has that homage to Planet Comics, and it was, and they had many. And this 616 comic online, they was selling that for I think like for $78. I ordered two copies, right? And weeks pass. This is week pass, and I don't get anything. I mean, he provided the tracking, but the tracking has not been moved. He said, post office still waiting for package, right? So I reached out to them. I send them I send out the message saying, hey, when are you planning to send out this book? And no, nothing, no reply, nothing. So I canceled. And guess what? As soon as I canceled, I get my money back the next day. I just don't understand it.
Hmm.
So,
Anyway, I just looked. It's $30.
oh, you know what? $30 for the foil? For the what
Yeah,
about for the non-foil?
for the foil.
I wonder how much is for
I
the
think I think the non-foil is just $5 difference.
really?
Yeah.
I prefer the non-foil. You know what? I don't need a foil. Honestly, I think I'm pretty much done with foil.
I'm so tempted to just get both.
I don't know. I like April on this. I like the redemption of all new turtles with what's his name? Shredder. You know, uh, I gotta look into this now. Shit, $30. God damn it. Wait, it's a 616. I don't want to support that fucking.
If you buy them together, a set
Yep.
of two, it's $50.
Oh, I can start for a day.
It's tempting, man. It's tempting.
I know, right?
And then their website's got these other stuff you want to go look into.
No. This one I like. It's just something
I got to
about.
be honest. I don't think I've had good luck with that company either. I think I've ordered them from them before, and I don't think it was a good experience. So
No, and a lot of people are saying 616. I mean, they have some really great covers. Store
yeah,
guide.
great.
Their
Yeah,
services just
yeah,
suck.
right. Great covers, but the service just isn't up to par. I mean, there are some online stores that I go to regularly,
Mhm.
and this isn't one of them because I just have not had a good experience.
Yeah. So for me, it's like 616. I mean, recently, before it used to be Golden Apple comes damaged, and I sent him multiple pictures. Said that's a 9294. I'm like, come on, you know, you shouldn't be sending out books like this anyway.
Yeah,
But after that done, and even with unknown comics, same thing, you know. The only company that I shout out to is 789 Comic because there's two within the past decade that I have been going with them. That I've been ever since the 9.2 crew. Two times a book came out damaged, and they said, "Don't worry, we'll send you a new one."
Hmm.
And they say, "Keep the one that is damaged. We'll send you a new one." That was pretty much it. And
yeah.
you don't pay extra for shipping. You know, it's just that's how I think that's how it should be. Um, but gotta look into this now. God damn it! All right, Philip Ham.
When we're done today, you'll forget all about it.
I'm sure. I hope so. I hope so. Let's load more here. Here's Dark Horse, Star Wars, Umbrella Academy. Here's Omnipress with the horror. Oh, wow. This one looks good. Wow. God, this is spooky. All right, all right. Blood type issue number 1.
I tell you, if I'd been a comic book store and I saw that on the shelves, I would look at it really long and hard. I tell you.
Then Panosian on Conan the Barbarian.
What is that comic book there? Huge. Huge. Yeah, what is that?
Let's find out. Huge Detective.
Oh, okay. This is a new title. I've not seen this before.
Yeah.
Huh.
So it's a giant. It's like Attack on Titan, but the opposite. So he's a detective.
Wow.
Well, let me see. Final issue. This is the final issue of Detective Noir of gigantic proportion. Chinatown meets the BFG in the original series when the Stromberg disappears and so on. Wow. It says the race of giants emerged from the deep sleep beneath the earth. Bodily conflict ensued in what becomes known as the Omega event. Eventually, a threat was that treaty is resolved and the state of was that Brongning and created among the rights humans and giant coexist harmlessly. Yet tragic threat in the shadow of peace. An unlikely partnership informed between the detective Tamaki and Gaunt. I guess that's the name of that giant. As a pair attempt to stop the criminal at large, they find themselves involved in a mystery bigger than either could imagine. And here's the other.
I gotta tell you, I like the covers. All these covers here, I kind of like them.
Yeah, the cover is good. This is the last one. There's a cover A.
That's weird. It only went 5 issues.
Yeah, I guess it was a mini series. But I like this cover here. This is a nice cover. I like this cover.
Yeah.
Something about the cover. I mean, the colors. Something about it. But yeah, huge. Okay. By Titan Comics. By Titan Press, whatever. Paradox. Paraduke. Papa Duke. By what's that? Keen Spot Entertainment. Here's a Mad Cave Studio. So let's see what else is there. There's a Zenoscope. Imperative Terror. Here's Ahoy, 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 with Toxic Avenger and Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh God. Anything else that's out there? Worked by Laguna Studio? Nope. Archie, and that is it for the new releases. I got, like I said, I'm still have that one 616. $50 plus shipping. I'm probably looking at what $56, $57.
Yeah, so the regular is 24 or 25, and then the Virgin is 20. The Virgin's 30. So normally it's 55. So it looks like they'll give you $5 off if you buy 2. But do you really need it? Gorgeous cover. I gotta say, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, no, it's a nice cover, but yeah, I don't know. I have to think about it. All right, what else we got here? Okay, so we can get rid of that new release and final cutoff. I've been doing a lot of videos called Market Watch. Um, and I gotta say, thanks to everyone who's been watching it. But recently, I've been looking at the key issues like Detective Comic 880, Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 601, that J. Scott Campbell, Spawn, and all this like key issue that has a great cover. And realize that there's so many version that has been released within the past 5 years, that is a store variant or La Molecon, even the Catwoman 51. And I realized, like, do you feel that this reprint of this foil, or just in general, that stores and cons are doing, is it ruining the original?
No, because if you're a new collector and you've never collected before this year, this is your only opportunity to grab those books.
So you feel that it is somewhat is helping the original?
um, I don't know if it helps the original, but it just gets you interested in the comic book and the character. Because if you don't have the coin to buy, the old vintage book, this is a cover price opportunity.
Run. That's the thing. It's not a cover price. They're selling it for like $35, $45.
What facsimiles?
Not that come from any DC or Marvel. Like I said, this is like a con exclusive or La Mole,
Oh,
those type of reprint. And
I guess for hardcore collectors it's okay, but it's just a gimmick, I think.
yeah, but because I saw one Detective Comic 880 foil cover, Virgin, is not, it doesn't have a trade, it's a Virgin, and has signed by Jock, and I guess with Scott Snyder. Um, it's like selling for like $50, $60. And just the raw itself is like selling for like 20, 25.
So you're talking like the Comic Con foil variant?
Yeah, yeah. Are you searching it right now?
Yeah, I just saw the New York Comic Con foil variant.
Yeah. And I was
You
just
know, David. Once you have the original, and once you have the second print, you don't need the foil.
no.
It's got to be for those hardcore collectors. I mean, even if I had all the money, I don't think I'd want it because I have the original. So I'm happy with what I got. Excuse me. Man, my throat's been bothering me for weeks now.
Is it because of the allergy?
Could be, yeah,
Pollens?
yeah, because I have asthma and it's probably triggering it some way.
You know, I haven't been feeling my up to par lately myself. It's close to like 85 degree, but this morning, not morning, I guess in like high noon, I was cold. Like I had body chills.
Yeah, it was cold overnight for us here too, but now it's comfortable in the
Yeah.
70s.
Yeah. Oh, you guys are 70 right now. We're in like mid 80s right now.
Hmm.
Sun is, yeah. So I just thought that it was kind of, I don't know if it would be ruining it, if it's not. To me, it's like, I understand like what you said, like new collectors like to get a hand on this classic cover, but paying like $100, $200 for it is not feasible for them.
Is it
So
really $120?
here,
Dang,
hold on.
I didn't realize it was that expensive. And those foil variants are kind of tricky too. You could get little streaks of scratches on it
Yeah.
unless you look carefully. It's hard to get that perfect cover. You know.
So 2018 Fan Expo.
Oh, this is
$99.
Fan Expo. Wow, that's weird. Says like to New York.
$120.
That's not worth it.
121. It's signed. Here's a version of it. I mean, here's a non-sign. 120. Sign 121. Right. Here's La Molecon for $60. Right. $70. 5. Sign 225 on a CBCS or label. Here's a 9.8. Finally, a 9.8. Put it on an auction for $45. So this itself, it's I just don't understand it. Like, why would you put this on auction? Just buy it. La Molecon, $80. Here's a foil, $349. Signed by Jock, Snyder, and Baron. I don't know who Baron, I guess, is the inker. And there's a small little remark of Batman, I guess, done by, I don't know, probably Jock or probably something. Yeah, so here, it's like 64. Here's the original for 120. But yeah, as you can see, there's like
that cover in a foil version would look cool. I have to admit, but I wouldn't want to spend all that money for that.
No, $120. Oh, and talk about that Heritage right now talking about Batman Detective Comic 880. The original art is on auction with still 19 days left, and and it's at 50,000 right now.
Damn, original art, Jesus,
of that cover.
It's amazing.
I wonder how they.
Yeah, I wonder who owns it. Is it Jock who's selling it, or
who does it? Wait. So isn't it back then that you have to submit your drawing to DC and they will hold on to it? Or how?
Yeah. So if DC owns it, or why are they selling it? See, that's kind of weird to me. Like,
right?
Why would they be selling it?
Or if it's a private, I don't know, a unanimous seller. I mean, I want to know, like, how did he get the hands on that?
Yeah,
gotta know somebody within the industry.
I'd be interested to know how that transaction went. If Jock gave it to DC and DC gave it to somebody, it's like, that's weird.
But even till today, I know that Todd McFarlane still has the original piece art of the of his Spider-Man issue #1 still framed. And, I remember.
Damn.
So I don't know. Do you keep it, or do you have the right? Does the Marvel who publisher has the rights to it? I don't know. Like, if I don't know. And
wasn't J. Scott Campbell selling his original art as well?
For
Black Widow, I think, wasn't he not selling the original to that?
I don't know.
I think it was really expensive too. Maybe I'm mistaken.
That's a good question. Hold on, I'm just trying to figure something out here, because we've been online for 50 minutes and we haven't had any haven't had any views. Anybody come in? Interesting. Nobody's in the chat. Nobody's watching this live. This is like,
well, it's nice outside, David. They got better things to do
on a Sunday, I'm sure. But if you I took care of all my business in the morning. I went for my walk. I had my lunch, watered the plant, trimmed my bushes. Not my bushes, but trimmed the bushes. And did all that this morning.
So I just looked on J. Scott Campbell's website. The original for that Black Widow is 11 by 17. There's no price on it. You have to go email them
Wait for the rival.
Yeah,
See, but that's the artist, so he's selling it on his own website. I
yeah.
can understand.
I wonder how much for.
Well, I think the last time he asked for anything exclusive on original art on his store variant, sold for like 15,000, 8,000, depending what the character and like how many details are. Yeah, yeah. One time I went there thinking that I probably could snatch it up for maybe 500, 600 bucks. Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that pocket has to go way deep for that. Man. Yeah, when
Mm-hmm.
it comes to original art, I guess you just have to be in the next level when it comes to your
Mm-hmm.
financial level or how much you want willing to spend. But not for me. I mean, spending 500 bucks for that original, whew, had to really. I think she wanted 650. I had to bring it down to 500. I begged her on, like chit chat, beg, like, come on, please, I want. So she finally said, okay, 500 shipped.
Yeah, it would be cool to go through an artist alley and find this one young budding artist, and you draw something outstanding for you. You know, find them before they get really famous.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what would be cool is that find this up and coming artist, right? He do a Black Widow piece, right?
Hmm.
Real good piece, and then find out that he used that or the publisher used that cover or that original, that drawing for their cover art. I think that's what they did with the Adam Hughes, that
Mm.
Elvira meets HP Lovecraft. Is that from my understanding that was a original commission piece that was done by Adam Hughes. Then later they used it as a cover.
Hmm. Wow.
So yeah, it'll be nice. It'll be nice.
Yeah. Speaking of artist alley, I hear from Sticky Goose, he's looks like he's going to Heroes Con, and he showed all the books he's going to get signed or whatever. There's a lot of artists there that I would like to meet, but the majority of artists I've never heard of.
Oh,
There's a
let's see.
lot of names that I don't know. They're these creators.
Let's find out. HeroCon, you said?
Heroes Con, yeah, it's this month. It's in North Carolina.
All right.
Yeah, probably 3 or 4 years from now, I think I'll go to it. I don't want to go this year or next year. I just don't think I want to travel right now.
I get you. Okay. What am I doing? Why am I doing this here? Okay. Oh, featured guest list. Okay. So
So
here.
Lee Scott Campbell's going to do a swimsuit special
Yeah.
like a week from now. I wonder what that's going to look like.
Not looking forward to that. But here it is. Here is Art Adam, Dave Atkins, Laura Allard,
Michael and Laura Allred. Yeah.
yeah, Allred, Bob Alman, Jim Amaj, Bill Ahmed, Chris Anderson.
I don't know. I don't know a lot of those creators, man. I there's some that I've heard of, but most of these I don't know.
Oh, Jeremy, but Bastion is going to be there for Curse of the Pirate Girl.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, he was here at the Emerald City Comic Con, but didn't have time to go stop by and ask for a sketch or anything. John Beatty. What?
So that list you're going through is just a highlight list. There's an even longer list.
Really?
Yeah. This is only part of it. This is tip of the iceberg.
God. Amy Chu's gonna be there.
See on the bottom right hand corner? That's the ones that
Oh,
are
recent edition. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So this to me is the creme de la creme of conventions. I rather than going to San Diego Comic Con, I'd rather go to this.
No, I hear you. Wow, this is a lot.
Look at that list on the right. It's a
I
lot.
know. I'm looking
There's
at
a
it right
lot
now.
of huge artists there. Sticky Goose will be there.
Okay. So right here it says that on April, where's May? Right here it is. November 20. Wait, that's fucking last year. May 25th. So these
These
are.
when that's the time they had added those creators.
Oh,
They're all going,
wow.
but that's when they announced that they are attending.
Ale Garza is going to be there. I'm just going through the new. Dexter Vine's going to be there. God damn. Wow. There's a lot of people.
Yeah. You know, if I was to ever go to this, I would really want to study up on who was attending so
Uh-huh.
I could laser focus on, which table to go to. I
Yeah,
mean,
definitely.
I don't want to just go there blind. I kind of want to study up and know who these people are. Because I don't recognize a lot of these names, but I bet if I look up their work,
Might have something.
yeah, it would make more sense just to be ready.
That's what I'm doing when I go to Emerald City Comic Con. I looked at the list of all the artists that's going to be attending.
Yeah.
I kind of go through the books that I might want to have them to sign, and I just go, boom, boom, hit those boot, and everything else is can be relevant. Like I really don't care for it, or I might have missed them. Yeah, so yeah, plan you guys, plan your con. Look at the artists, where they're gonna be at. Just
But that con would be very tough to plan for. I would have to spend a couple days just looking up all those creators and see if I have it in my collection or see if I can get it for cheap on eBay before I go.
yeah, but then Ron, it's next week, of course. But I mean, this I'm sure some of the top artists they probably wouldn't. They announced it back in April that they will be attending this HeroCon. So, do
They
you?
do. There
Yeah,
is some that cancel out though. It's not a large number, but you could see on the very, very bottom they had to cancel.
yeah,
But
like they did
still,
in red.
whether I attend this year, next year, or 3 or 4 years from now, it would take a lot of preparation, a lot of prep to get ready for that thing.
So, let's say there's prepping. Prepping, like getting your books ready, or
Yeah, because I would bring books. Right, I would bring books with me, and I would have them sign whatever I had in my collection.
would you do your like a window thing that
I mean, you could, but I don't really need to. Like when I know Joelle Jones was going a year ago, I just bought my favorite Jones covers that I had. Right, she signed them all. It was cool.
and that was a smaller condo, right? It's not like this mega.
Very small. This Heroes Con is like a behemoth compared to this. What I have in San Jose. It's like
Uh, So it's in where the Heroes Con, once again,
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Wow.
So it's an East Coast. So Sticky Goose, I think, is in a little bit up north. I think he's in West Virginia
That's
or
right.
Georgia.
Yeah.
But he's on the East Coast, so it's not a far travel for him to get to there. He's been
No.
to that one before.
North Carolina. God, that's far.
That's far. Yeah.
That's a plane. That's a plane ride.
It's a
And
plane ride. It's a hotel stay. You got to pay for food, and you got to bring your damn comics with you. And then
yeah,
you're going to bring those comics back with other comics you purchased there.
Just thinking about it is exhausting.
I know, I know. I mean, back in the day when I was young and stupid, I wouldn't mind, but now it's like, oh, I don't want to go through it.
No, I wouldn't either. Even just going to, I mean, just the local con here is just like taxing. Like, God, standing in line, paying for this and that. Just
Yeah, there's always little cons here where I live, and I know there's always good books to get there, but the ordeal it's just not worth it anymore.
no, no, not at all, not at all. Geez, you know what? Completely forgot what I was going to talk about besides, about reprints. God damn it! Sorry.
Well, while you're trying to recall what you were thinking of, let me just go over some of the things I would have talked about if Hazel Dan were here. Joe seems to be a big fan of Caitlin Clark. Okay. And here in the Bay Area, we have a new basketball team now. It's called the Golden State Valkyries. So
Okay.
they play in the same stadium as Golden State Warriors. So it's the San Francisco Chase Center, and they're in season now, the WNBA. So I looked at the tickets for a regular Golden State Valkyries game, and it's reasonable. But there are 2 dates where Caitlin Clark will be there,
Wow.
and those prices are jacked. They're like 5 to 10 times more than a regular game. I would love to see her play, but it's so expensive to see her.
So are we looking at about a couple $100 for a ticket?
So if you look at a regular game, let's say Washington Mystics versus Golden State Warriors, that's about $100 for a decent seat. If you go see any of those games with Indiana Fever, it's at least $1,000 to get a good seat. If I compare the one seat to see Washington Mystics versus Caitlin Clark's games, it's in June and September. Those tickets are like $1,400.
Wow.
But if you see Washington Mystics in the same seat, $100.
Interesting. It's almost like a playoff.
It's not.
No.
The team that won last year, the team that won the championship last year, I think they're the New York Liberty. I looked at those seats, not expensive at all. New York Liberties versus the Golden State Valkyries, just a regular game.
So Caitlin Clark is the one that's driving this ticket.
Big time. I would love to see her play. She's hurt now, so she's not playing at the moment.
Yeah, she got hit. She got hurt from the previous game that she played, right?
Yeah, she hurt her leg or something like that, which is kind of ruining the market right now for tickets.
Yeah, from what I understand is that game, it was pretty much like a sellout ticket, and after they announced that she was not playing because due to injury, and the games after, it was like peanuts comparing to oranges.
Isn't that a shame? Just that one player just devastates the market. This is one person.
Wow. God. Now I can kind of understand why other players are so jealous of her, because
big time jealous, because she gets all the advertising stuff. She gets all the commercials, and I'm telling you, she's white. And a lot of the players are black.
Yeah.
And you can see that racial divide so prominent. I mean, it's just, but nobody cares. They want to watch her.
Do you blame them?
She's so excellent at what she does. She's a really phenomenal pro at what she does. And she's not an asshole too. She's pretty cool, right?
Yeah. I mean, she's a very level-headed girl, right? She's
very level-headed.
And imagine if the whole WNBA has that level of talent throughout the whole team. I mean, throughout the whole league.
The closest player to her is that one on the New York Liberty. I don't know how to pronounce her name, Ionescu or something like that. She is pretty good. She does well at 3-point shots, and she is a good point guard, but it's not the same.
Wow. because I've been watching some video about how the referee is being so lenient.
I don't know if that's true. I don't think
I don't know
so.
it's true, but I mean, but clearly the highlights that you see of her getting like fouled and not being called is just like unheard of. And I guess the other girl is Reese something.
Yeah, they have a rivalry. Yeah.
Their rivalry and the fouls that she's been getting is nothing compared to what Kaylin Clark get fouled on, and not even being called on, you
Yeah.
know, and 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 the skill level. I mean, the play. I mean, Reese sucks. I mean, she can't make. There actually has a proposition bet that her first shot is gonna be a miss.
That's too bad.
It's bad because she has such a bad in layups. I mean, yeah, I've been
I mean,
watching a lot
she
of
definitely has the size and skill, but she's nowhere near the level of
nothing.
Clark.
No, nothing. Yeah, maybe we can ask Joe next time he comes on.
So
But
I cannot imagine going to that game in San Francisco, which is like less than an hour from here. If I were to take my wife and daughter and pay $1,400 each, what is that? 4,500.
yeah,
See one game.
don't forget tax, sales tax. So you're paying
Yeah,
five
they have
grand.
food. Food over there is just ridiculous. I hear they have a nice Filipino place there. I would like to go try it out, but $4,500 to see a game.
And maybe get to take picture with her.
No, it's not even courtside.
Oh,
It's like 14 or it's a dozen seats back. It's not courtside at all.
wow. Yeah, 5 grand for take your family to watch her play. I don't
Now
know.
it's 5 grand
Yeah, 5 grand. Five
because
grand.
you got to add in all the other costs, right?
I don't know. Like I said, you have to have a certain level of financial, payroll to. And a lot of people just they don't mind paying those kind just to see a player.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I remember I heard that when Michael Jordan used to come here to play the Sonics before, it was a sellout crowd,
Hmm.
and it was the same thing. The seats would go for much more, you
Yeah.
know. And I think that is why when Yankees comes to Washington, they never do a weekend. They always do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday games.
Is that true? Wow.
They never, for the past 6 years that I've been following Mariners. Every time they play Yankees is always on a weekday. They never come on a weekend because I would love to see them play. I would love to see Aaron Judd and all these players. But no, they always come on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on the days that I'm working because I'm off Saturday, Sunday. So I figure why not check out a game, and all we get like maybe sometime we might get San Francisco. We might get Toronto, but all these big teams comes on a weekday.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Too
Maybe
bad.
purposely to drive the ticket for those weekdays tickets, but they always come on Monday through Wednesday. Never third.
It doesn't make much sense because, attendance would be so much higher if that big big team comes on the weekend. I mean,
Yeah,
people are off the weekend; they would go.
but believe it or not, on the weekends, let's say Friday, Saturday, Sunday games, it's half the stadium is full. It's the upper level and stuff is not, but I mean, there's a good following of Mariners. I mean, baseball teams here. I can't imagine for Dodgers when they play home game. The fucking, I wonder how much their ticket is. Jesus,
Um,
Ooh.
I've seen the Dodgers play in San Francisco at Pac Bell Park. That's a nice new park where the Giants play, and I've seen the Dodgers there a couple times. It's fun watching them watching them play, and I usually spend a lot of money to get good seats for that. But I wouldn't go to LA to see the Dodgers. I mean, as much as I love those Dodgers, I don't want to go there. It's like
I
yuck.
remember last week you was talking about how bad LA is.
Yeah, I just I don't even want to think about it. It sucks going there. Going to Disneyland, going to San Diego, going to LA, just Southern California sucks.
Wow, that's sad.
Yeah, it is sad. It shouldn't be that way, you know?
No, no, but I understand where you're coming from because even a lot of people here going to Seattle is just they grind their teeth like, oh, I don't want to go to Seattle. It's terrible, with homelesses, the smell, just everything else. But I love Seattle. I love going there. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's I don't know. There's so much place to go eat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the only reason that we go there to find new eatery, new restaurants. But you know, I don't know. It's just damn shame. You know, it's a damn shame. The
That's too bad.
parking, yeah, the parking sucks, and yeah, Seattle has absolutely no parking.
So where did the Seattle Seahawks play? Are they in Seattle or are they just on the outskirts
It's
of it?
right next to the T-Mobile Park. So there's Lumen
Mm.
Field, and there's yeah. So they
Oh,
got rid of that Superdome.
okay, okay.
They got rid of that Superdome, and they built two stadiums on that site.
Okay.
So it's,
So it's new and nice and comfortable and
uh, I've never been to Lumen Field because I don't want to pay like hundred something dollars to watch a game, and it's always on a Sunday, and so but I went to the T-Mobile Park. The food is it's okay, but it's good. I mean, they have a retractable roof. Everything
mm,
else is okay. But I never been to Superdome. I never been to other stadiums, so I can't compare. But the
mm,
T-Mobile Park is really well made. I mean, it's one of the
mm.
best park they say in the major league. And
I
compared,
have not seen the Niners play in their new stadium. I've seen them play in the old Candlestick Park, but they don't play in San Francisco anymore. They play in Santa Clara, which is even closer to me because I'm like 20 minutes from Silicon Valley. So it'd be a 20-minute drive to Levi Stadium. I have not been there. It's brand new. I hear it's nice, but I hear one side is really, really hot because the sun really shines. You know, that's the one part they didn't design very well. It gets so hot on one side. And I
interesting.
don't know why. I don't
They
know why
didn't,
they look at
they
that.
didn't do a retractable roof, anything like that. Oh God,
No. So if it's cold, it's cold.
I would hate to be sitting on the hot side. Imagine
Yeah, yeah.
that's the visitor size. I'm assuming
You know, I'm honestly I'm not sure.
it has to be.
You
I
know,
mean, that's what you call home field advantage, right?
I don't know. I I got to go see him one day, especially with Brock Purdy and the team rebuilding. God, I'd love to see that.
Yep, Brock Purdy just signed a $50 million, what,
Can
$500 million
you imagine that? Man, that kid's filthy rich now.
for the first 3 years. His rookie contract, he made $2.5 million. Okay, in his first 3 years,
That's
and
still
now
decent amount of change. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, now he's making 2.5 million in like in for every game that he play.
Practically, yeah, yeah, yeah.
God,
Jesus.
I mean, good for him. Good for him. But I don't think he will. I don't think he'll be fit for any other team but San Francisco. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I can't believe who they got to back him up. They got Mac Jones from the Patriots, or used to be for the Patriots. That's the guy they originally wanted to get, but
Jones,
they Mac Jones, yeah, yeah.
didn't
Because I
pan out.
think they're in the same year they came out,
Yeah,
or
I re-
maybe Jones. I don't know. I can't remember now, but that's hell of a backup.
yeah. Well, when it comes to the card world, I remember when Patriots picked him as a first round, and he played. He did so well. I think that year they made a playoff.
Mm,
His rookie card, his RMP, his rookie signature patch was going for at least in six digits. The year after, it dropped significantly. I think it's only selling for maybe 12,000, if anything, maybe 8,000.
mm.
Ever
It's
since he
all
got
of a drop.
Yeah. I mean, and Brock Purdy. Nobody knew. He was the freaking last guy to be picked in the NFL draft. I mean, nobody cared about this guy. And
Well, except his family, because when he got picked, they went ballistic. It's kind of funny, They're just celebrating when he got picked. It's like if you're the last pick, you must be a little depressed, but it's like no, they were just so jazzed about it. You could see his family celebrating and shit. It's like who would have thought, man? The last guy.
yeah, yeah, it's almost like Tom Brady because it wasn't Tom Brady almost towards the end on the sixth round. He
Yeah, I
got
remember he was crying about that. I mean, he was it was a little sad, to see it so so affected by it. Um, yeah, and I remember when he went in for Drew Brees. That was something, you know.
Drew Brees. What wasn't it?
Oh no, not Drew Brees.
Drew Bledsoe.
Drew Bledsoe. Yeah,
Yeah,
Drew Bledsoe. Yeah, different Drew.
yeah, different Drew. Yeah, well, I guess if in that world, if you're just getting picked by a team, I'll be like, God damn, I got picked, even though I'm the last guy. Shit.
Even if you're one of those who wasn't drafted and you got selected after the fact, you still have a chance to make the team and make a contribution. Some non-drafted players do pretty well.
Yeah, walk in. Does some people walk in becomes a star player or they're a starter?
Mhm.
They're making seven digits.
Yeah,
As a
yeah,
guardian. So never
yeah.
give up your dream. Never give up your dream. I guess that's what we're trying to say is that regardless, never give up your dream. Which my dream. I love baseball. I was in what freshman year. I tried out. I played preseason with the not the varsity, but the JV, and they pushed me to varsity team. So playing varsity for I think I played 1-2 games with them. I did okay. I'm not a superstar. I did okay, but then um, I made the wrong turn to go because I was late for something. I took the wrong turn to a shortcut to get to my home faster and met up with my old friends that I haven't seen them for like 5-6 years, and that was end of my baseball career because the guys that I was hanging around, we studied, we go to the library, right, and we practice baseball on a daily basis. And like I said, one day I just said, we're late. I took that turn. I met this old other friends that I haven't seen, and they were playing, and girls was hanging around with them. They was having
You
fun.
really make a choice. You either
Yeah, that was the
commit.
fork road. That was the fork road that I decided to take the left instead of the right, and from then on, my grade point average went down, down, and to able for you to play any high school sport, you have to have a GPA of 1.8. That's a D. Yeah, and I couldn't even make D minus
Wow.
because I stopped going to school because they wouldn't go to school. What do? They hang around with girls doing the school, and then driving cars and like fuck, I'm such a fool.
So, I remember you talking about your kids. They both finished school. You stayed in school and graduated, but that job market really sucks right now. So, how are your girls doing? Are they doing all right?
Yeah, they're
They're
doing fine. They're doing fine. My youngest, she is a financial. She works for the bank, um, in downtown, and I think she's like a financial advisor or something within that.
but her college courses was relevant to her job.
Yeah, business, finance, business. I think
Hmm.
so she got the
Okay.
job that kind of met, what she graduated on. So whatever
Yeah,
grade that she got, it kind of meets. So
that's how
she
it should be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she wants to go back to school so that she can kind of advance. So I guess she wants to go like a undergrad. I don't know what they call it, but they want to. She wants to attend a 2 more years in school. Well, hopefully, she does it. And for my oldest one, she's been having hard because she graduated in sociology. and she wanted to get a job in in the FBI, psychological, I guess, department, and
Mm.
somehow it didn't pan out. So she worked at retail for a couple of years, and she finally, uh, I don't know if she got it or not, but she has applied for Honolulu police department. um, I think it was that 911, because I guess you need to have sociology, a major in that. I guess that's what I'm assuming it will be. So if she gets in, and I don't know, but they're okay. They're okay. You
That's
know.
good because I always hear that job market is so bad right now. It would suck that you went to school 4 years, get good grades, and you can't get a job. Like I think my nephew is graduating from UCLA this year, and I think he also is getting his degree in sociology. So it's like, what jobs are out there for him? I don't know. I have no clue. You know.
Well, you have to. I asked my daughter, and she said that you need to work in a company that deals with anything to do with psychological, some psychologic, I guess, psychic or psychological or what, So 911, you need to know the mental state that they're at when they call 911, So you need to talk to them. I don't know. I never went to school. Fuck, I'm a high school dropout. I got a GED. I worked in retail for 28 years. So what do I know about studying? God, I even had hard time reading the goddamn comic books and trying to comprehend what is. Thank God for what you call it, drawings, and for me to understand what's going on. But
That's
God,
how I read when I was a kid. I just looked at the panels. I didn't bother to read it. For a long time I was like that.
shit. I mean, reading that Lord of the Flies, it fucking took me months trying to understand what the hell's going on. And
And that book's little too.
like, who is this? What? Why is they doing this? So I have to go back. Like, oh, okay, okay.
I know, I know. Yeah, I growing up I had a hard time with comprehension, even though I did read books. Just as the older I got, it was just harder to understand. And I think part of my problem is I didn't look up words. So I don't see how people who are collecting comics who struggle in school are having a easy time reading some of the comics. I mean, like when I read that Tom King Supergirl, there were a lot of big damn words in there. I had to look up some of them.
Yeah, that's why I had such a hard time reading Final Crisis. You know,
Final
like,
Crisis.
yeah, I'm like, what? I say, fuck this. I can't do it, because they go back in history. They tell you what issue, what page, and so and so. But it's just bad. But manga, I don't mind reading, because it's just picture and few words. Manga is pretty much easier to read. But God, those, especially when it comes to those Silver Age, Bronze Age comic books. Oh man, those letter bubble. I mean, the bubbles. Why is the heart? But anyway, it's a whole dialogue is like a whole page long. You have one.
Right. Yeah. They had those explanatory panels on the top, and then you got to read the bubbles.
Yeah,
And then it I mean, if you're not a disciplined reader when you're a kid, you have a hard time.
I had a hard time reading AF-15. Just like, God, one panel had like took me 5 minutes. I'm like, what? You're right. You gotta have patience when it comes to those old comic books. But like, you're right. Like, you have these comic collectors, and do they actually read the damn book, or
Yeah.
you know, or they just go to Wikipedia and just get a clip note and find out exactly, just to find out what that whole issue is about. But after realizing, reading a lot of the things, you tend to miss a lot of the whole picture, what's happening in that issue. Especially when it comes to series, like,
Hmm.
and you got to read like those dialects that they talk among each other. There's an Easter egg there that you need to
Yeah.
find out why it comes to such a big thing. So yeah, comic book reading is challenge for someone, especially people like me. I'm a dyslexia, so I read numbers backwards. Um, I have hard time concentrating. It's really hard. Like even at work, it's like let's say the total comes out to $25.14. I always say 14.25.
Wow,
Yeah.
that'll piss off some customers.
Well, people, yeah, they will say
I'll
like
piss off you.
there's like 25.14. There was this one customer, and I said the number backwards. It was supposed to be like $6 and 80 something. I say $8 and 14 something cents. I gave him a change, and it's like I think you over gave me a change. It's like no, and I had to print out. So every time I'm printing out a receipt before I give them their change, so just in case I missaid something. I mean, there's good customers. I mean, a lot of people won't say anything. They're getting $2 extra, but customers. Then I realized, like, fuck, my dyslexia is just sometimes it's really, really bad. I mean,
So you're when you're not working, the store is open. You have someone else working there, so you have some people that work for you, huh?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. How are they doing? I mean, are they like recent college grads or what? No, they've been working in retail for a while too.
Yeah. I mean, there's one lady that worked there for over 10 years. There's one guy, he worked over, geez, worked there over 10 years.
Hmm.
He quit for a year and a half to help with our sister, and he came back
Hmm.
because he didn't get along with his sister. But yeah, I mean, there's me, my two brothers, and the lady and the guy, and those two outside of our family has been worked there for 10 years. So this like a walk in the park for them.
Hmm. Yeah, I've met people who are like waiters. They worked as a waiter for years. I mean, that's their career. They were wait.
Yeah,
So I guess they live off of tips. I mean, you have to be good to your customers. Your customer will give you a decent tip.
yeah, yeah. You have to. Our actually, our store is 80% of our customer walks in is all repeat. Sometimes they come 2-3 times a day. You know,
So you got to be
uh,
friendly with them and that kind of
yeah.
thing.
I mean, and most of them, I know them by their name. So every time they walk in, hey, hey so and so, hey so and so, so and so, and so it's good. It's a good feeling that knowing that you have a store in a neighborhood that they just rely on you for essentials. Their
So
beer.
you would rather do this kind of marketing kind of business rather than a comic book store because a comic book store is probably super difficult. I mean, as far as margins and all that.
I would love to open up an LCS, but
Right?
but I can't sell anything.
Oh, I
You
see.
know. Okay, so let's say somebody brings in a collection, and has all this book that I always wanted to have, right? Uh, so it's for you to have a business, you have to sell, right? I don't think I can sell a lot of the books that I have, but like I don't know, maybe I might just keep that. Oh, this is for my PC. This is for my PC. So
So I gotta tell you, this comic book store that's closest to me, the one that's near the cemetery chicken place.
yeah,
So they used to be in another town, and that other place, that other location in the other town, that place was terrible. It was a mess. There's comic books everywhere, papers everywhere. They just did not clean it. Now they moved closer to me. Their store's a little bit more well kept, but those guys are not much of a salesman. They bag all their new stuff, bag and board their new stuff, and put it on the shelves.
that's pretty much it.
That's all they do. They ain't trying to sell me anything. I walk in there, they ain't even talking to me.
Yeah, that's a damn shame.
Yeah, so their other place was like a very sloppy, unkept comic book store. Now this is a little bit nicer, but they don't do any. There's no salesmanship there. You know,
I
I
can
don't
see
get
that.
it.
you just gotta love what you do. I guess I guess when he shows it, just
I've seen him at conventions, and he's very good at selling comic books there. But at his store, he doesn't do shit.
wow, that's a damn shame.
Yeah.
Because my mentality, because I worked in retail, high end clothing, shoes, what, so interacting with clients is a second nature for me. Just talk and ask questions. If a customer comes in, oh, what are you looking for? That's my first thing. If I see a customer kind of running around the store, even on the boutique, I'll just address them and say, hey, what are you looking for? Can I help you with anything?
Yeah,
You
and
know,
I tend to go back to stores where I had a conversation and they were nice to me. I would go back to the store, and there were some stores where the owner or the guy at the cash register was such a jerk. I just don't go back. I
yeah,
mean, it makes all the difference in the world, you know.
yeah, it does. It does. It does. Imagine you walk into a convenience store, right? You go there maybe 3-4 times a week just to buy your beer because you don't want to walk into a huge market on your way home. And somebody go, "Hey, Ron, how you doing?" I don't know. It I would feel like, oh shit, he remember me or he remember my name,
Yeah,
and the whole thing is that it embeds in your mind, and you say, I'm just gonna go there and support them because they're nice. I want to be known. They're just it's a small little thing, and it's a damn shame that LCS does not do that. For your locations, shit. Yeah, they bag and board. That should be the first thing they should be doing on all releases. But not everybody does bag and boards. There's one.
no. Like there's another LCS a little bit further away. They don't bag and board anything when it first comes out. They bag and board it later, but as it sits on the shelf, it gets all people are reading through it and it gets all messed up.
Yeah.
And it's like they don't care about the condition of those new books that come out.
And they're the owners.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Fuck.
He had to scale down because of the pandemic. I remember he had employees just like you had employees, but those guys are all gone. He runs it all by himself now. He's only open 3 days a week. His other sales are off of eBay,
Oh,
which are all jacked up. I would never buy. I would never buy those prices.
I
But
guess that's one.
he's in business, He's staying afloat.
I don't. Yeah. I was thinking about. Remember, I told you my sister-in-law's co-worker's son opened up a card shop.
Yeah, you told me about that. Yeah.
I was thinking about doing that too, but
You couldn't sell cards at your place, huh? It's not feasible, huh?
no, because there's there's not many. Okay, out of 10 people, they might be interested, might not be interested. But I thought about buying like a hobby box, a retail box, and put it on the counter just to see if they buy.
Yeah, yeah.
But my brother goes, no, no, don't bring your hobby into the shop with me. Not my hobby. It's just people buy baseball, basketball cards, and you sell it for $10 or 5 or 7, a pack. You make close to 35 to 40%, of what you normally invested. It's like, no, don't do that. It's like, wow, what? No, actually, I thought about bringing my comic book and putting it out there. There's a few glass panel shelves that I don't. I was thinking about putting just decent books just to see if people will be interested. But he said, don't bring those things there here. I was like, okay, whatever. But yeah.
And
Else,
speaking of cards, I noticed Don, a comic book junkie, he's getting into cards now. And I saw a video where he's doing Magic the Gathering cards because there are some Marvel characters on there. So he got Wolverine because that's his favorite. And I looked on eBay. There is a Black Widow Magic the Gathering card. And I almost pulled the trigger and said, no, I'm not buying this. I'm not getting stuck into this. Huh?
how much was it?
I think it was like $5 each.
Oh, it's not so bad. It's $5. I thought he was going to tell me like $15, $20. $5 not so bad.
You got to think about it. $5 for a piece of paper. Think about it that way.
Well, if I mean, look at 52 freaking Mickey Mantle. That's like in the high grade. You're looking at millions of dollars on for just a piece of paper.
I gotta admit, it was a beautiful card though. It was like a Japanese anime style of Black Widow, and it's just Magic the Gathering kind of motif. I almost pulled the trigger. I said, "No, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna get suckered into that." It's like, no way. I have some Black Widow cards, but I stopped. I said, I have to stop. Because if you keep going, you just won't. You can't stop yourself.
No, you can't. No, you can't. And I'm in that. That place where I gotta stop. I mean,
I can see. I can see you're trying to put the brakes on, but then sometimes.
yeah. Sometimes I will go to Kmart, or I will go to like Barnes and Nobles, and I'll just pick up a booster pack and just like, okay, $45 for $50, and a chance to pick, the pull a player that you like. I don't know. It's just, and of course, 99.9% of the time you get crap. It's like a
right. That's why you should stop yourself. You know you're going to get crap 99.9% of the time.
And where is that card? Actually, there was this one player that I was chasing, and I got it.
Oh,
Not from a pack. I said, "Fuck! I'm not going to poop. I'm not going to buy packs anymore." But where is he? Oh no, this Marvel
is it football, baseball, or basketball?
baseball.
Oh, okay.
He's he got drafted when he was, I think.
Oh, is this the one you were talking about some time ago? Was it a spec play? He's going to be working his way up.
Yeah,
Milwaukee Brewers, right? Yeah.
His name is, if you read it as he spells, it says Jesus made, but his name is Jesus Made.
That's funny.
Well, he's 6'1", right? Listen, and he was born May 8th of 2007. So he's 18.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is he on like their farm team right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
He signed with the Brewers in 2004. So last
He'll
year.
probably end up on the San Francisco Giants.
But yeah, I mean, from what I'm hearing, that this guy is, I don't know.
So he's got defensive skills and he's a good bat.
Yeah. And he has the height for a really good because he's a shortstop.
So if he's 18, he's out of high school. He didn't even go to college, right?
No, he is actually from Dominican Republic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but kids these days with the money they make doing that, they don't even have to go to school. They could go online because online schools, you can just study from home.
Yeah, and there's a lot of the
If they're smart, if they're smart, they can do that.
Even Julio Rodriguez, for outfielder for Mariners, he got drafted when he was 18. He got called up when he was 21, and from my understanding, Mariners helped him go through college, and
Wow.
so
That's classy.
yeah. So I think that you get drafted overseas, I think they kind of help you through that whole educational system where
I hope they help them with investments too, because they got so much money. I really hate to see it when athletes, they get hurt and they got no degree and no job and they were not good with their investments, and you see them in the poorhouse. I hate seeing that, man.
Yeah, there's a couple of reels that I saw, like really good players, they end up getting caught for drug dealing, so there's a lot of things, and they're just flat broke. I mean, there's even actors and singers out there. I mean, they do such a bad. I mean, prime example is fucking MC Hammer. Look at him. He's making hundreds of millions of dollars. Now he's broke.
Yeah.
I
used to go hiking near Mission Peak, and his house is there. The house he used to live in, I should say. And I always walk past by it as I'm walking up the hill. And man, it's a big, gorgeous place. He ain't there no more, though.
No, he's broke. He's
Yeah,
broke. He has no money.
that is so unfortunate.
It is.
Yeah, it's good to hear that some or team organizations help those kids along because yeah, you break that arm or leg and you can't play anymore. What are you gonna do? You
Yeah.
know.
Well, thank God for baseball. Every time they sign you for a big contract, is guaranteed. So
But
regardless
I
of
think that's what was going on with Neil Adams. If I remember correctly, he was helping these artists when they had these big medical bills, and I don't know if he's helping get insurance or just getting a good pension afterwards. I can't remember what it was, but he was helping those artists that worked for a long time and they didn't have anything. I think that's what he was doing back then. He was advocating for their, after career life. And
don't they have that thing called I think heroes something. It's an
Heroes for
organization.
Artists or something like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember a lot of people are selling their comic book to to donate the funds to
Yeah.
that organization where you have this artists or artist writers within the comic book that they retired but they don't have insurance or medical, and I think that this organization someone helps them you know go through that their health. It's a good organization, but I don't think I can sell my comic book to help them though. I mean, selfish it might
I
sound.
mean, yeah, think about it. If you're an artist and you draw, and let's say you get something wrong with your hand, whether it's trigger finger or carpal tunnel syndrome, then you're screwed. There goes your work. And what do you do next?
You turn to AI.
Yeah, I suppose, or you just learn to work with your left hand.
There's a digital format now that you can draw. I mean, even Todd McFarlane's are doing it. I mean, a lot of the artists are doing. I mean, they're using their hand. They're not using AI. Hope forbid that they're not. But you know, it helps them create a little bit more. I don't know. They say it's a little bit more creative when you use that. It's easier.
Right. Yeah, that digital art is pretty cool though. You gotta admit some of it's even better than the freehand. And it's hard to tell the difference now sometimes.
Oh, I know. Um, I think the prime example for that is like if you look at this modern artist, like I'm just gonna throw out two Korean artists, like uh, In Hyuk Lee, and along with Ji Hyung Lee, whatever. They don't have a very classic like lines like how I'm used to, like with they're they're just too perfect. I mean, I love their covers and all, but just
Yeah.
somehow it's just to a point where like, is this really hand drawn? Like
Hmm.
even for Adam Hughes, and some of the Tomb Raider, like the Catwoman, the blacks, that bodysuit. It's like to me, it's like God, is that digital? Is this like actual like Inker made it look so realistic? But it's all hand drawn. It's all like back then. But
It's what I remember talking to Arthur Sudam about Adam Hughes. He said that, well, I don't know. He said that Alex Ross and him were classically trained, but I don't think Adam Hughes is classically trained. I think Adam Hughes just kind of walked into place and started drawing and drawing with other
yeah, it
people.
was self-taught.
Self-taught. That's right. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
just like
He's
Sousa
amazing.
Michael. Sousa Michael never went to school. It was self-taught.
Hmm, hmm.
So
Wow.
yeah, you're right. I mean, this artist. There's a lot of people saying like, if you're an artist, if you make a cover, if you make a name for yourself, open up your own website, sell your own original art sketches, do whatever, make your all means, your ends
Yeah,
meet.
but you gotta keep that grind going because some people just kind of disappear, like David Finch. What happened to him? He used to draw great Wonder Woman covers, even some great Batman covers. I was like, where is he now? I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, I guess isn't Meredith Finch also does writing? So
She's a writer. Yeah,
yeah, she's a writer.
I think she ruined it for him.
Like even for Adam Hughes, from my understanding, is that Adam Hughes' wife is actually was the inker.
Yeah, Allison Son. Yeah, she's an artist too. She's
You know,
she's pretty good, but she's not active. She's kind of
so
like his handler nowadays.
yeah, but from what from back then, like she was the inker for his
Oh,
cover.
okay. I don't remember that. Yeah,
And
maybe.
who's the other like famous artist? Oh, J. Scott Campbell, his young wife,
Very young wife.
very young wife. She made her own. She made her debut. Forgot what book it was, but she made a cover.
Hmm. Oh, okay.
So I mean, good luck to her. I mean, but I saw the cover. It looks not bad. It's
Okay.
not a bad cover at all.
Huh.
So
Yeah,
and
it's gonna take a
who
lot
else?
for me to go get a comic book just because of a cover nowadays. I mean, it's like, uh, you know,
Yeah.
it's
See,
like
now I decided like I'm gonna read the damn comic book if I get it for the sake of the cover. Um, oh, talk about sake of the covers. I posted this Pop Kills. J. Scott Campbell. Great cover.
it's a beautiful cover. I gotta
It is.
admit, it's beautiful.
It is. And if you go to his Instagram, he show you still pictures of slides of him drawing this cover. So if everybody ever questioned that if this is AI, definitely he has drawn this
So,
by
if you don't mind me asking, how much did you get that for? I don't remember what. How
five
much did you get?
bucks.
Did you really? Wow. So that kind of reminds me of that pizza cover, but with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, except that one's $50 if you get two.
Yeah. Well, that has a 600 print run.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's
Yeah,
limited.
it's
Yeah, yeah.
limited. It was an open order. Uh, so I got this for the sake of cover. I got 3 copies of it. And I
Nice.
read and I actually read it. I
What'd you
like
think?
I like this issue way better than the issue number 3. Still don't know what the hell's going on, but there's a lot of action. Um,
Mhm.
there's this there's this one girl that's been captive in a lab, and they want her to do come up with something. I guess she's a scientist or a doctor that she got kidnapped to go into this lab. So they're keeping her hostage to come up with a formula or to invent something. And the boyfriend or the guy um, infiltrates that the lab, and he goes through killing a lot of people and so on and so. So he finally got her and saying like, okay, we got you. We're gonna go take you to this other location, which I was hired by this other company. And she goes, don't you think? Do you trust this people? And he goes, yeah, so and so. But towards the end, that company betrays that guy, and they tied them up. And
It sounds like they're trying to make a movie out of this.
yeah,
It's
well,
get it option
yeah,
or
a
whatever you
lot
call
of
it.
action, a lot of blood, which I really enjoyed reading this one here. It was a good read.
It's a
Uh,
beautiful cover. I have to admit that is beautiful.
yeah, I have 3. If you want one, you let me know, Ron. All right.
That's okay. Man, I got so many comics. It's ridiculous. And probably more than half I haven't read. So I've been meaning to pull out my Punishers and start reading them, you know, um, because there's that one group, what is that called? The one run when it's really dark. Not in the Marvel Knights. Well, maybe it is Marvel Knights.
Yeah, it was Marvel Knights.
It's a Marvel Knights. Yeah,
Max,
yeah.
Max, Marvel Max.
Marvel Max. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, I've been meaning to dig those out and start reading them because those are really cool stories. Actually,
I
that's why I
heard.
really like the Punisher.
I think that run introduced that character Barracuda. Didn't
Yeah,
they?
yeah. I got that. Yeah, yeah. I have not read that. I've had it for a long time now. It's so funny. You get these comic books, they're good, but I haven't opened them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna open any of the old one, but the new ones that I've been picking up, I've been reading it. I got Batman 159, but it's the ash can because I was cheap. I didn't want to pay. Um, I don't want to pay like $10 for this. So I I found this. It's an ash can. So
That's nice.
it's a preview of this book two of Hush, and I read through it, and there's no words, thank God. It's just black and white panels. But uh, sometimes you don't need words. Sometimes you just look through the
Yeah.
panels and know exactly what's happening.
Yeah,
So
the sequential art's really done well.
yeah,
That's what really makes the comic, I think.
and the interior is done by Jim Lee,
Cool.
so nothing can go wrong there. But
No, no.
spoiler alert, Batman trying to save Joker, you know,
Again,
again, and and Batman come across a Red Hood. We don't know who Red Hood is. I don't know if it's Jason Todd, Clayface. It's just Red Hood. Like, why are you trying to save him? So and so and so. And I'm making this up as I go, but the panel is them. They're having some type of an argument. Like, so I'm assuming that he killed me once. He tried to kill me once. He did this one, so and so. Like, why are you trying to why are you trying to save him? And Batman. Um, so towards the end is like he doesn't know if Hush wants him to save him or not. So he takes him to the Batcave and trying to analyze his blood because he really wants to find out like why is Joker he is how he is, why he's doing this. He's trying to find out the whole psychological by drawing out his blood and
so
trying
it's
to
like shoot him already. Jesus, God,
yeah, yeah. Um,
you can't save the guy.
and on this preview of his Hush is not a whole issue, is like 1/3 of it, and it finishes off with a gun being pointed at the back of his head.
Yeah, it's
uh,
a nice cliffhanger to make you buy the whole comic.
yeah, but yeah, it's a $2 book. It's supposed to be free because it's an ash can, but they're selling it for 99 cents, so I figured, wow, why not try pick it up, and I did, and I paid $5 for shipping, god damn it. So
Always kills the shipping, man.
but I thought it was pretty good. I love this Jim Lee sketch. I think he does really well. So that's that. And yeah, so like I said, I try to open up the pages of the book that I pick up and trying to understand why I got it, why certain things sells for so much,
Yeah.
re- regardless if it's hard to find or not.
Hmm.
Good read.
There's something I just realized recently that the actress playing Hawk Girl in Superman that's coming up, she's the actress on Last of Us. And she's also the actress that was on the second Sicario. She was the little kid of the drug lord.
Oh, really?
This is all the same actress. She's in the second season of Last of Us. She's the kid in Sicario 2. And she's
Yeah.
I just realized that.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't know either because she's
You
covered
mentioned-
up. She got the cowl on.
Funny thing that you mentioned that movie, Sicario. I just saw the first and the second, Sicario, and Sicario 2, It was
It took me a long time to watch that movie. My wife watched it by herself streaming, and she didn't say anything about it. And I asked her months later, "Are these movies good?" She goes, "Oh yeah, it's really good." Emily Blunt's in the first one, and then Josh Brolin's in the second one, I believe.
yeah,
Who's
pretty
in
much
the-
all returned. The major two, yeah, Del Toro and whatchamacallit, Josh Brolin, yeah, those two are back. But oh god, that movie is so good.
It's excellent. Both of them are excellent.
So good.
Yeah. I like the first and the second. They were just great. I hope they come out with another one.
Yeah, well, if they do, I'm definitely gonna watch it. I mean, it's great acting. The writing is done really well.
For some reason, I stayed away from that film. It's like it's another drug movie. I don't want to see it, and I really wish I see it on the big screen. I really wish I did, because it's so good.
isn't it? Like I
Yeah.
saw it like 5 times. I can't get sick. I cannot watch it through. Though, I mean, if I there's certain movie that no matter how many times you watch it or rewatch it, it's like you get sucked into it. Like
Yeah.
Shawshank Redemption, I can watch that movie once a month and it still would entertain me.
I've
To
seen
the
that movie hundreds of times, man. It's
same
like,
here. And Sicario is another one. Like I could watch that movie like once a month, and I would enjoy it every time I watch it. And
and
talk,
it's so unfortunate that there's some Marvel movies you've only seen once and you never want to see again, like the second Captain Marvel or the third Thor, the
any
second
Thor
Thor.
movie, I will not watch it.
Well,
Watch
I
it.
like the first Thor and I like the Ragnarok Thor, but all the other Thors.
I think there's only few MCU movie that I would watch and I would just get sucked into it. One is Winter Soldier, right? I guess that's Captain America Winter Soldier, right? And the second one would be whatchamacallit, believe it or not, Age of Ultron. I can watch that.
I love that one. Yeah.
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 And the third one that I don't mind watching is Iron Man #1. The
Yeah.
first one. That's it. Everything else are like I would watch it and like the first 30 minutes I would just go off and watch something else. But Winter Soldier and stuff, I watch it through the end. But yeah, talk about movies. Last night at midnight, there was a midnight show. I watched Ballerina.
Oh, so is John Wick in there? He's
Yes,
actually in it. Okay.
yes.
Okay.
And there's few part that it goes back to the original John Wick.
Yeah.
Okay, but Ballerina, the girl that who plays Ballerina Eve, has that scene where she's in the back. And
Hmm.
I, in other words, it's it's such a good movie.
It's funny how Keanu kind of reinvents himself all the time because the way he talks, it seems so one dimensional. But over the years, first he did Speed, then he kind of did the um, Matrix, and now he's doing this. This is his big thing now.
Yeah, I mean he's all into it.
He's awesome, though. He's so good at the fight scenes. I mean,
But this movie Ballerina, I thought that she would never pull it off. I like her because when I saw her in the James Bond movie when she was a James,
yeah,
who is she?
yeah, Anna de Armas. Yeah.
Yeah, she is such a cute girl, cute
Mhm.
actress. She's not. She can be sexy, but her face has that very cute looking innocent
Yeah,
face.
but it's just not believable though. It's like how does she know? How does she have all these fighting skills? I mean, I guess she can choreograph it, but it's hard to believe, kind of. I do want to see Ballerina, but I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go to the theater. I'll wait for it to get streamed or something.
Oh no, no, no! You have to see it in theater.
Oh really?
You have to see it in theater.
Hmm.
It's just the choreography and the action and the way she kills. Oh my god! I mean the killing with the gun. I'm kind of familiarized. I'm familiar with it because I saw John Wick. It's not just one. It's like bam, bam, bam. Like you shoot 5 times, one in the head. Okay, I get it. But the action scene, the way that she kills people with the axe and knife. Oh my god! And I tell you one thing, I thought that there will be more like a sexual scene with her because, in James Bond, she had that dress. She
Yeah,
she was stunning in that dress. I thought
yeah.
that would be more of her style of that character built in this John Wick world, but no, it wasn't. There was no like sexuality in her character.
Hmm.
Cute. She's good to easy to eye, but I thought there would be more like sexy dress that she would walk in. I guess there's one scene, but I mean, but just overall, it wasn't overly sexualized. of her character. It was just more of just action and her origin, and just it was good. I walked out of that thing thinking, God, that was a fucking entertaining movie. Go watch it at the theater,
You
Ron.
think so, huh? Yeah.
You
I should.
won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
Like how you remember you went to Thunderbolts
Yeah.
without any intentions or any high hope, and you were
Yeah.
entertained,
I
right?
was definitely.
This is 10 times more better.
Wow. Yeah, come to think of it, I've not seen any of the John Wick movies on the big screen.
Really?
Yeah, I saw it
I've
all
seen
streamed.
all of it on big screen. I can't watch it on TV because something about that big theaters. I mean, the sound, the action, the
Well, I mean, you could just seat yourself right real close to the TV.
it's different. But I recommend it. I recommend it. If your wife likes Sicario, she probably will love this.
Oh, she
Because
likes John Wick. She was the one who kind of introduced me to John Wick. You
there
know?
you go. There you go. It's just everything's all like it's in that one world. It's in that one world. I mean, there's nothing that was left behind thinking, what? Who's that? Nothing. It was just all in that world. And it goes back to John Wick 1 and it's just so good.
I've seen that John Wick 1 so many times.
Yeah.
You know, if it's just streaming, I'll just watch it. You know, even though I've seen it so many times already, I already know what happens. Man, it's so good.
It's good. And Ballerina, there's some few scenes. It was like, oh, I was like, I remember that scene, you know.
That's funny.
But it's in a version of her watching him, you know.
Oh yeah,
It's so good. Oh, so good. Thinking about watching it again, it was so good. Ballerina, yes, I would definitely recommend anybody out there who's watching this live now or on a rerun to watch Ballerina.
See that kind of enthusiasm for a movie. That's the kind of enthusiasm I wish I could feel for a comic book. I have not felt that for a long time. I got to be honest. You know, the last time I really felt that is like the Punisher Max. Those are pretty cool, but gosh, it's been a long time since I felt that way for a comic book because the story just the writing just sucks nowadays. It's just not that good, you know?
Yeah. I think I had that type of not any of the recent. I mean, this is not the best, but it's a good.
It's kind of like a teaser of what you have, though, right?
Yeah,
because you don't know.
It only shows 2/3 of the comic.
Yeah.
But the Batman New 52. Oh man, what I was reading them like, God, that's such a good read, and they showed a Court of Owls, and like, what?
That was pretty good. Yeah.
And
but New 52 is so long ago. It seems already.
It has been, and the year one is like going back. Is like, wow, such a good book. And Hush, the original Hush, I was stuck to it. I was like, what? What's going on? What? Really? And find out it was just a Riddler. I was like, but it's not the Riddler himself that did it. I mean, it was just such a great move. I mean, read. And this one, like I said, I really want to finish this one off. I'm really enjoying this. Like Absolute Batman, I stopped reading digitally from issue number 4, but after reading, you know, going through the new releases and FOC, you know, having the new Joker, so and so, I want to get back in and read exactly what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, wow, Ballerina was such a good movie. Really, really good movie.
I wish I could find a comic book that excites me just as much as you getting excited about Ballerina. That would be cool.
I got excited because I watched it.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying there's just no comic book that's come out recently that just gets me interested at all. That's really sad though, because I like comic books, man. I like. Uh, I don't know. It's too bad. The market's kind of weird, you know. Um,
Yeah,
I
they're
think comic
publishing.
collectors are buying it for the wrong reason, either for the cover or for as an investment, and that's not what comic books should
I don't
be.
think even it's. I don't think the comic book is being as an investment anymore. It was
No,
just all a quick flip. Like,
but I
what's
think some people are still doing it though. They're still trying to make it, a money
yeah?
thing.
But a lot of people, everybody's just out there just for the sake of making extra money. You know?
Yeah, I hate that. I really hate that about comic book collectors right now.
Yeah. Like this. I didn't get it so I can resell. I just got it for the sake of great cover.
A great cover.
Oh, it's average about $10 now. Some
Oh
people are
yeah.
asking, yeah, people are
Hmm.
asking 8, 10, 15.
I can't make myself buy that Turtles cover though. It's a beautiful cover, but
Oh,
oh man,
thank you, Ron. I completely forgot about it. Now you
it's
brought me
20.
back in. But you know what? If I tell you this, after we're done with this, if I ever go to 616 on site, if I'm gonna press buy it now, I'm not getting the foil. I'm just gonna stick with the non-foil.
It's weird how they're so close in price. One is 29, one's 24. It's like so much of a difference.
It's a $5. You can get an extra comic book with $5.
You, you think?
It's the goddamn shipping. I don't even for me. I went to J. Scott Campbell. I was thinking about getting the Magic, right? That cover. So his sign is $40. I'm like, okay, $40 for his signature. If I go to con, I probably want to have to pay $125 for his signature anyway, right? I figure, okay, and exclusive to 3,000, so I probably will be paying like 15 to 20. So $40, it's not bad. I mean, just calculating if I have to go get J. Scott Campbell's signature at a con, right? And a book, and just a regular book is like $25, $30. I think, okay, for $40 for his signature COA and the way he ships, I figure, and a great cover, I figure, okay, then I click put in a cart. So I click on the cart. It said $40 so and so shipping plus added tag comes out to $51.88.
That's
Then I said, whoa, where'd that extra $12 come from?
yeah, I know. Yeah, you got tax, shipping, handling.
Then I said, fuck, I don't know if I want to pay 50, like stupid me, right? I don't mind paying $41 for $42 for a book that is signed, but I'm not willing to pay extra $12 to get it shipped.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to pay that much, they better put it in a nice container so that it doesn't get busted.
Well, he does. He use a fullback. He use a mylite, and he puts it in a plastic bag and he tapes it up so that it doesn't move in and he used Gemini mailer, not reused. He used a brand new Gemini mailer. So the packaging, so far when it comes to J. Scott Campbell at order on his line, never once come out damaged. Always a 9.8 candidate. Always, not once comes out damaged. So I mean, the packing is impeccable. The shipping is just so far is like getting a book from 789 Comics. It's like you can rely on them to come without any damage, But paying extra $12, God, that kills me. Like I gotta pay $8 something for shipping and plus additional 10% tax because Washington's 10%. It's like that's 12. So yeah, that's why it comes out to $52. So like, oh
God.
man, for $52, like I can buy another book. All right, we're going since Yvonne and Joe's not here. We missed a couple of elements from his Joe's, his and his enthusiasm way of saying things. But it's been over 2 hours, so we're just going to say goodbye. And next week, I'm I will be in a hospital. I'm getting my knee surgery, so we'll see you in 2 weeks. So later, guys. Bye.